They'll never admit it, but your absence drives them crazy. Not in a loud way. Not in the way movies show someone throwing things, crying, or running after you. No. It's quieter. Much quieter. Stop. I sit here working day and night just for you, and you still haven't even touched that subscribe button? All right, let's make a deal. I'll give you today's best Stoic secret. You just hit subscribe. Let's start. It happens late at night when the world slows down, when they're left with their own thoughts. That's when they feel it. The gap you've left. That's when they start to notice all the little details they once ignored. Your voice. Your presence. The way you made them feel safe, seen, or understood. We live in an age of constant presence. We send messages instantly. We share updates constantly. Everyone is always there. And in this constant presence, real value gets lost. The more available something is, the less our mind truly appreciates it. But when you disappear, when you stop showing up, the mind reacts in a very different way. Absence creates weight. It creates curiosity. It creates mystery. And in human psychology, mystery is irresistible. When something or someone becomes scarce, we instinctively assign it greater value. The Stoics understood this centuries ago. They knew that presence, like anything else, could be overused and devalued. Seneca once wrote, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." If you are constantly present in someone's life, always at their call, your presence starts to blend into the background noise. But the moment you remove yourself, you stop being background. You become the thing they notice is missing. Think of it like music. Music isn't made only by notes. It's made by pauses between them. If a song had no silence, it would just be noise. Your presence works the same way. Without absence, it loses its impact. When you pull back, you give your presence room to breathe. You give people a chance to miss you. Here's the reality no one likes to talk about. Humans are wired to want what they can't have. We chase mystery. We long for the things just out of reach. And often, we only recognize the value of something when it's no longer in front of us. That's why your absence is so powerful. When you walk away, not in anger, not in drama, but in quiet self-respect, you send a message louder than any words. I am not desperate for your attention. I am whole without you. My life continues with or without your approval. And ironically, that's when you become most attractive. Because independence is magnetic. Emotional detachment, when it comes from a place of strength, draws people in far more than constant pursuit ever could. The psychology behind it. Let's break this down. When you stop chasing someone, you remove the sense of certainty they had. People like certainty, but they value uncertainty. When they don't know when or if they'll hear from you again, their mind starts replaying memories, searching for clues, wondering why you're not around. This creates what psychologists call the Zeigarnik effect, the tendency for the mind to focus on unfinished business. Your absence is unfinished business. You're no longer predictable. And that unpredictability pulls their attention toward you, even when you're not there. The Stoic perspective. Marcus Aurelius taught that the only true control we have is over ourselves, our actions, our choices, our presence. Everything else is outside our power. And the Stoic way is to stop wasting energy trying to force things you can't control. If someone doesn't see your value, that's not your job to fix. It's your job to live in such a way that your value speaks for itself, even in your absence. Absence, when chosen with intention, is not weakness. It's strength. It's saying, I will not lower my value by flooding your life with my presence. You will feel my absence and remember why I mattered. Real life examples. Think about the friendships or relationships you've had where you were always the one reaching out, always the one initiating plans, always the one making the effort. What happened? At first they responded. Then, slowly, They stopped appreciating it. They got used to you being there. You became part of the furniture of their life. Comfortable, expected, unnoticed. But then, one day, you stopped calling. You stopped showing up. And suddenly, they were the ones texting, asking, "Hey, where have you been?" This is the power of strategic absence. It flips the dynamic without a single argument, without a single fight. You simply step away, and the absence speaks louder than any confrontation could. Silence as a strategy. In Stoicism, silence is a form of discipline. It's not about withholding to punish. It's about conserving your energy, protecting your mind, and refusing to waste words or presence on people who don't value them. Your silence makes them wonder. It forces them to think, and often it makes them realize what they've lost. But here's the key. This only works if your absence is full. That means you don't disappear physically, but keep showing up online to indirectly get their attention. No. You step away entirely. You stop feeding their access to you. And then, here's the most powerful part. When you choose to return, you're not returning the same. You've grown. You've worked on yourself. You've built a stronger mind, a healthier body, a calmer spirit. When they see you again, they don't just remember you. They notice the changes. They realize your absence didn't weaken you. It made you stronger. And in that moment, they understand. You're not someone who can be taken for granted. You're someone who can walk away. And that makes your presence priceless. So disappear for a while, not to play games, not to manipulate, but to give your life, your goals, and your self-respect to the attention they deserve. Let them feel the weight of your absence. Let them see what life is like without you, because they'll never admit it. But your absence drives them crazy.